Yeah.
He was doing nothing to get his knee out of that submission. So who's to say that if they didn't roll for eternity here, it's going to start him right back in there. I think that's a nice idea. He needs to not only roll but extract his knee.
Well, that's a nasty way to start from a position. Oh,
there he extracted his knee. Now he's out. Now he's out. Now there's no danger of a submission when that knee's out there. So
now I would have thought Cobrinha would have latched onto that a bit more aggressively.
Yeah.
That's kind of a jump ball. You know, the first person that moves when the ref says go.
Yeah.
Kind of wins. I would have thought Cobrinha would have snapped that up.
Here we go again.
Are we going to start with a knee in or knee out?
He's starting with it. His knee was out. And to Mendes' credit, there we go.
Now, do you prefer this elbow under the heel, or you prefer a little steering wheel?
I like a right-handed wrist grip if you're Cobrinha right now. Right hand grabbing his Mendes' ankle, and then your left arm backing it up. If the heel gets too deep near the elbow, you lose a little bit of the torque. If it needs to either be down by the wrist or a hand grip. If your elbow gets too deep on there, the heel almost slides off.
Right.
There he's got his wrist now closer to the ankle, but Mendes is already out.
Now, if you're Cobrinha, since his knee is out, do you immediately transfer to the toe hold?
I say Cobrinha needs to get onto the top because his knee's out. He needs to use it as a sweep, or else there we go. He ends back up on the bottom.
Yep.
But he's got a heel hook on this opposite side now. He's going for a calf slicer. Now he needs to watch out because Mendes has a toe hold on that top leg of that calf slicer. That's dangerous aspect of a calf slicer is if you leave your foot hanging out, you get toe holded. Just to watch his foot. He's got a toe hold of his own, and that toe hold will usually trump that calf slicer. Especially
why is Mendes not leaping onto that toe hold?
I'm not sure if he doesn't. He just is looking to escape, I guess. Nice sweep by Cobrinha, though,
to get top position. And we got to be very close to the points period now.
Yeah. I think they just called points. The scoreboard says 0-0, but I think the points are now in effect here. And Mendes, I think Cobrinha backs away and lets Mendes stand up because he is winning the wrestling war right now.
Cobrinha latches onto the head with a miss, and Mendes going straight for the heel hook again.
Yeah, right on that heel hook. I like Mendes when he laces that leg right there. Figure four his legs, maybe keep that left leg a little safer. There
he's really got that knee turned now. This is a good position for Mendes.
This is a great position for him to either attack heel hook or toe hold. He could toe hold that leg as well.
Now, what do you think about just pressing that foot straight down into a toe hold?
Yeah, I like that as well. Almost like a steering wheel toe hold, one-handed toe hold. I think that's good. He's got a great sweep. If he holds, oof.
Just escaped his foot out from that figure four.
That is.
Now this is a mirror image of where Cobrinha was on the bottom. About 3 minutes ago.
Now we've got he's back in the bear trap. He's got a calf slicer there. And if he can get Cobrinha's foot right underneath underneath his leg, he's going to be able to sweep, get to the top. He's going to hug that hip. He needs to pull Cobrinha's far leg. Wow, that's a lot of torque on Cobrinha's knee right now. I think his joints are not made of. Oof.
And he latches onto a Kimura from the same leg position.
Oh. Cobrinha's got nowhere to go if he locks this up. He has nowhere to roll. His leg is stuck. He can't roll. Ooh. Somehow managed to get out of that.
Well, for a moment there, that looked like a rubber arm.
I know. I'd like to hear these athletes to be mic'd up, because I think we would have already heard more snap, crackle, and pops than a box of Rice Krispies.
And closed with a lot of profanity, I'm sure.
Look at that knee position. That is wicked.
Yeah.
Now,
the similarity in these guys' games is uncanny.
yeah, it really is. Mendes might be able to make it to the top. He does not. Stays 2-2. Little Cobra seems to be a much more fitting name on this match, because the guy seems to have no joints.
Yeah.
And for the pure fact that he can bend his leg any which way but loose and still be standing on it.
Andre Galval right there, sitting front row, shouting out some encouragement.
Just right up, trying to get him back upside down. He's got a potential knee bar. If he brings that right knee down in the middle, he may work to take the back.
Or he could be trying this toe hold on that Cobrinha's far foot.
Yep.
And
right.
he might.
Back into a 50-50. Nice speed on that.
Yeah, almost tried to go back up to a trip and single leg.
Yeah, good reaction by Cobrinha. Mendes is really working for that sweep.
Keeps going back and forth for that sweep to go out the back door, sweep to go out the back door. Nice front head and arm. Back on that head and arm.
Yep. There it is again.
That looks deep.
The head and arm. Now he chooses to let go just to try to stay on the top, and Cobrinha reestablishes the top position.
Well, that certainly looked keepable to me.
Yeah.
Mendes looking at the scoreboard and the time. Rolling again for a leg.
There he goes. Toe hold opportunity.
What do we got here?
It's the end of regulation. It's even
It's
score.
all tied up 2-2. So we will be going into some overtime.
I think the refs are going to consult if there's if they can make a decision. They're going to make a decision. If there's no decision to be made, and overtime.
All right, before result, what's your call?
Well, based on that first 5 minutes, I would have to say the person closest to finishing it was Rafael Mendes.
I'd agree with you there.
He put Cobrinha in almost every finish hold that you can do.
This is another example of the scoreboard not directly reflecting the actual match.
Yeah.
Because of the rules, yes, it is 2-2, but there was a lot of action on Mendes' part.
Yeah.
And a lot of bullet dodging by Cobrinha.
Yeah. I think Cobrinha's wrestling was superior. I think Cobrinha after being in some of the submissions started pushing the pace a little bit more. But as far as coming closest to finishing the fight several times, you got to give it to Mendes so far. See if he tries this arm drag again. It's been pretty 2 for 3 on that. Nice shot by Mendes, but kind of half-hearted. Both guys have about the exact same position here from the feet. Cobrinha could probably hit a little snap down right here. Mendes's chest looks a little bit forward. Try to set up a shot.
Another little half-hearted shot.
Yeah. This little sweep single try. Cobrinha's made no attempt yet for that arm drag.
Well, he used that very effectively to get himself in a nice secured head and arm repeatedly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'd be willing to hit that myself. Mendes does seem to be a little overcommitted weight distribution-wise with the head positioning.
Yeah, he's a little susceptible to a snap down right now. It's always a good idea from a wrestling standpoint to have your chest and one knee in line. So once your chest starts getting out in front of both knees, you don't have much weight. There we go. And Mendes with his own arm drag try. But Cobrinha's head position's too good there.
Both guys fairly tentative now that it's at the crucial stages of this match.
Yeah, both guys have shut down their risk-taking opportunities now. It's much slower. I think each one wants to make sure that if they do something, it scores.
Now talk to me about this. Every time Cobrinha goes to tie up with a collar tie, he brings Mendes' head into better position on his own neck.
Yeah, I think that's a little mistake by Cobrinha. He needs to dictate where his head position is. He's letting, when he does that collar tie, you're right, he's letting Rafael just bring his head right into the side of his neck, and that's right there. That's not really what you want to do. Although he has head control, if Mendes goes to that elbow right there, instead of controlling over the top, if he goes underneath the elbow with his hand, he's actually going to be in a good position on Cobrinha. The fact that Mendes' left hand is on top of that